Hello. Thank you for calling ABC Insurance Company. This is Koundie. How may I assist you today? Okay, so it looks like you need some benefit information. I can definitely help you with that. Can I have your first and initial of your last name, please? And then we can get started. Okay, and what is a good callback number for you, just in case we get disconnected? Okay, great. Thank you. As a disclaimer, these benefits are not a guarantee of coverage, and eligibility and payment is subject to review and dependent on the submitted date of service for each procedure. And procedures are subject to the usual and customary and reasonable charges. So, where are you calling from? Okay, and what is the tax ID? Great. Can you confirm the billing address for me, please? All right. So let's start with the patient's ID number. All right, and can you verify the first and last name of the patient? Okay, and date of birth, please? Okay, I see that member is currently eligible. The effective date is July of 2023. And let's see. So it does look like you are in network with this plan. What kind of benefits are you looking for? Do you need a full breakdown of benefits, or are there just specific codes you're requesting today? Sure. Okay. Yeah, so let's just start with the breakdown, the general breakdown, and then we can look at specific codes later if you have any further questions. So for this patient, it looks like there is a calendar year max of $1,250. And it looks like they have an orthodontic maximum of $1,000, and that is a lifetime maximum. And for the deductible, they have an individual deductible of $100 and a family deductible of $300. And it looks like they have not yet met any of their deductibles this year at all. And let's see, so yeah, it looks like there is no waiting period, no missing tooth class. Let's get into, okay, so we have for preventative care paid under 100%. Basic care is at 80%. Major work is under 50%. And we have orthodontics at 50% as well. Yeah, let's see here. So we do list our limits and exclusions online. If you want to get that, I can send you a link to your company email. Is there any specific? Okay. Let me see. Okay. For that specifically, I don't see anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. So let's see here. The periodic comprehensive exam, the D0120, that is 100% under preventative care. We do have the full mouth series and the bite wings. And that looks like that's going to be at also 100% for this full series after once every 5 years. And then we also have the bite wings, and that is 100%. Let's see here. And that's based on medical necessity. Yep, okay. Okay, so we do have limitations for that. Let me look. Okay, and it looks like this patient is eligible for the adult prophylaxis, so that's a D1110, and that is again at 100%. The perio maintenance is at 80% under basic, and we do allow 2 of those per year. Yep, and yep, same with, yep. So prophy twice a year. The exam is actually a once in 6-month cycle. Yep, and then periodic exams as necessary. Okay. And they would not be eligible for the fluoride benefit or the sealant benefit. The fluoride is under 14 years of age at 100%. And the sealant is 16 years of age at 100% as well. And let's look here for basic fillings. We have, yes, okay. So it looks like all fillings will be considered under basic, yep, 80%. And yep, nope, there are no limitations except for the standard 2. Yes, yep. So same tooth, of course, not more than once every 2 years. Same tooth. Okay. Yep. Okay, and do you do surgical extractions at your facility? Okay. Yes, so there is a difference. The basic, the simple extraction, that's going to be covered under basic, while the surgical will be covered under major. So let me just take a look here. Yes, yep. So, yep. So that would be 80 and 50%. Okay, and then we do have the endodontics. Let's take a look further. I'm not seeing anything specific. Do you have a specific code? Okay, yeah, we can look at that. And then is there anything specific other than that? Great, yeah. So let me just look into each of those codes for you if you want to just name them off one at a time, and we can do each that way. Great. Okay, so yeah. Okay, yep. So that looks like crowns. Yes. And do you still do okay. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, so it looks like for crowns, single crowns, the covered materials are resin with metal, porcelain, porcelain with metal, full cast metal, 3/4 cast metal, and 3/4 porcelain. We also cover at, and these are all covered under major at 50%, and that's also including inlays, onlays, veneers, and buildups as part of the crown prep. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let's look into that for you. So for scaling and rip planing, per quadrant, that's once in 24 months. And that we do require x-rays for that. And the same with, yep. Yep, so that would be covered under major. Okay. Yeah, so, and then including the full mouth debridement, that is once in a lifetime. And it looks like they have not used that benefit. And let's see here. Okay, and it looks like they do not currently have denture coverage. There is no coverage for bridges, and I'm still, yeah, if I could get the codes for those, for the endodontics. Okay. Okay, yeah, so for that would be under major at 50%, and that can only be done with permanent teeth, and that we do require x-rays with that as well. Definitely. Okay. Is there any other patients you'd like to look at today, or? Great. Yeah, let me close out of this encounter and I will start a new one for your next patient, and let me get you a reference number for that patient. Okay, are you ready? Reference number is going to be 670-8432. Yep. All right, so let me close that and I'll get into a new tab. Great. All right, yeah, and I am ready when you are for the ID of the next patient. Great. All right, and then the name and date of birth again, please. Perfect. I am seeing that this member is currently eligible. And you, again, you are in network with this plan. Yes, yep, we can do a full breakdown again. That works out, so let's look at this. Yeah. Their calendar plan is actually, they have a calendar year, not a half year cycle, not July to July. It's regular January to December. Yeah, I think those are mainly ones that are used by school districts, but that's one of the main ones I see. Sure, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so for her calendar year max, that's going to be no waiting period on this either. Yep, so the calendar year max, that's going to be $2,250. It looks like there's an orthodontic maximum of $2,250. An individual deductible of $150. And a family deductible of $300. And it looks like they have met both of their deductibles for the year. Yep. Alrighty, so yep, and we can go through the same codes as last time in a similar way. Definitely. First, we have preventative care that's covered at 100%. These procedures are not subject to a deductible. Basic care is at 80%. Major care is at 50%. And orthodontic care is also at 50%. Actually, hold on, let me check that. Okay, yep, actually, orthodontic care is at 30%, and none of that has been used. Okay. All right. Yep, okay, so Profi is at 100% under preventative care, and that is once every 6 months. Perio maintenance is covered 4 times in 1 year at 100%. We have a comprehensive exam, which is covered once every 6 months, under preventative at 100%. We have fluoride under the age of 16. Sorry, let me rephrase, 16 and under. And that is, again, at 100%. We have sealants under the age of 17, so 16 and under again, and that will also be at 100%. Full mouth series is 1 every 3 years, and that is covered at 100%. And bite wings are covered at 100% as needed. And it looks like, yep, so that is under basic at 80%. And that is only for the loss of primary teeth. Then we have fillings, and that will be at 80%. And extractions will be simple. Extractions are under 80% at basic, and surgical are also under 80% at basic. We move to a full mouth and SRP, and those will be covered at 50% each as major, and full mouth debridement again is once in a lifetime, and SRP is once per quadrant, once a year. Okay, and we have crowns that is covered once every 3 years for their crown and crown replacement, and that is covered at 50%. We have immediate denture covered at 50%. That's once every 10. And we have bridges at once every 3 at 50% as well. Yes, and the crowns do include the buildup. Yep. Okay. Yep, and the endodontic is also going to be covered. Any root canals will be covered at 50% as well. And that is once in a lifetime. Okay. Yeah, let me look into that for you. Let's see here. Denture adjustment, and what are you oh, yep, okay, so that's D5410. Okay, let's see here. It looks like that is a covered service at 50%. And that is once every 2 years. Okay. Yes, and that will be the same for the 5411 as well. Okay, yep, let me look into that for you. Relines. Let's see here. Okay, so for complete relines, that is not a covered service. Okay. And it looks like the replacement is a covered service, so that'll be at 50%. So no reline, but replacement is at 50% for replacing existing teeth in a denture. Okay, yeah, definitely. Let me just open that tab if you want to give me that code. Okay, so 9944. Okay. For the occlusal guard, that is not a covered service. All right, perfect. Is there any other patients that you need help with today? Great. Let me get you your reference number and we can move to the next patient. Let me know when you're ready for your reference number. Okay, it is 684-3314. Alrighty, and let me finish this up and I'll close this tab and open a new one to start with your next patient. Alright, yep, let me just open this up. Okay, and again, I will ask for the ID number first. Okay, 38564. Okay, and then the name first, last, and then date of birth as well. Perfect. All right. Okay, so looks like this member is currently eligible with an effective date of December of 2022. And it looks like you are out of network with this member's plan. Would you still like the out of network benefits? Great. Yep, let me just open up our out of network. Okay, so it looks like they have a calendar year max of $1,250. And they have no orthodontic coverage, so no orthodontic maximum. There is a waiting period of let me take a look here actually. Okay, so actually it looks like there is no waiting period or missing tooth clause here for out of network. That's good. They have an individual deductible of $500 and a family deductible of $1,000. It looks like $128.38 of the individual deductible has been met. So far this year. And okay, so preventative will be covered at 80%. Basic will be covered at 50%. Major will be covered at 25%. And again, there is no orthodontic coverage for this patient. Alrighty, so Profi, that is going to be covered under preventative at 80%. Perio maintenance is going to be covered under preventative at 80%, and that is once per year. A comprehensive exam is going to be covered at 80% once per year. Fluoride is not a covered benefit. Sealants are not a covered benefit. A full mouth series is covered at 80% once every 5 years. Bite wings are covered at 80%, and that's as needed. it looks like space maintainers are not a covered benefit. Okay, we'll go on to fillings. Let me get to that. Yep, so fillings are going to be covered at 50%, and amalgam is not covered. It looks like simple extractions are covered at 50%, and surgical extractions will be covered at 25%, and surgical extractions will require x-rays. Then we have scaling and root planing and full melt debridement. Scaling and root planing is not a covered benefit, and full melt debridement is not a covered benefit as well. Moving to crowns. Crowns are covered once every 10 years at 25%. Dentures are not a covered service, and bridges are covered once every 10 years at 25%. Endodontics are covered at... Endodontics are not a covered benefit. And yes, let me get into that screen so I can look at some specifics for you. Okay, it looks like 9944 occlusal guard, that is not a covered benefit. Impacted tooth 7220, that is not a covered benefit. All denture repair, reline, rebasing, and replacing is not a covered benefit. And let's see here. And yep, so D0140 limited evaluation, that is covered two times per year, so twice a year. And let's check that last one for you. Okay, and yep, and the last is also not a covered benefit for the 9975. Okay, great. Let me get you the reference number. So this patient's reference number is going to be 9986433. Perfect. All right, do you have any other questions, concerns, or other patients you'd like to get benefit information for? Great. Thank you so much for calling ABC Insurance. My name is Koundie, and have a great rest of your day.